A little snapback, homie with a plug in the side. Took these Billy Strong cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I'm afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keeping 50 pockets? I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Green on.
It's week 3 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seahawks and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing to start the drive. Clayton. He goes underneath for Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Now, this defense for the Commanders is very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice Last week by him, 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To the sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for Walker last week. 17 carries, 78 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the 1st down.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back to Walker on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Back to throw. Clayton. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Walker. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Operating from the gun, Clayton.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Washington offense set to take over again. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and 4. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Clayton. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, just like last play.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Off the bootleg, Clayton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Anderson's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Clayton. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was, or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Beach. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Murphy. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Clayton. He completes this to Walker. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Clayton eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Morrison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun. Beach over the middle, complete. It's Stokes. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Operating from the gun. Beach. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stokes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's second down.
Looking to throw.
Cowan. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Oh, some strong running. Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Beach. He finds his man. Complete. It's Watkins.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 3.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Stokes.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. And it's a fumble.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 1 second, all that remains.
He's going to loft it, deep right sideline.
That is incomplete.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jaden Daniels, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. The Niners trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd down and 6 now. Off the play fake. Clayton. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Straight ahead, Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Walker with another carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. From the gun, it's Walker. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Screenplay, Anderson. On the move past the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Operating from the gun, Clayton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He stiff arms him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Oftentimes broken tackles are his specialties. And put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Beach. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murphy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Mills. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Beach. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off play action. Clayton. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Clayton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time. So
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clayton. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A give to Anderson here, out of the gun. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Clayton. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Beach. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Back to throw. Beach. He finds his man. Complete. It's Mills. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Down to the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
And they'll be going for 6. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Clayton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Clayton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Back to throw again. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this. And you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Clayton setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off the play fake. Clayton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, but while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Hand off here to Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Back to throw here.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Clayton, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
In motion, the tight end. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw here.
Look at right side, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Clayton. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Looking to throw. Clayton. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.